Welcome back to Fast Attack Slow Release, the official performance audio podcast. I'm your host, Nate Brown. Thanks for hanging out with me. We've got Sean from Rode Microphones on the phone today. Thanks for joining us, Sean.
Yeah, of course, man, of course.
Yeah. We've been recording these podcasts on this awesome new device by Rode called the Rodecaster. It seems like it's been doing pretty well for you guys.
It's definitely a hot item.
Yeah, it's it's revolutionary to me anyway. I mean, people have been coming into performance audio for, years asking, the best way to conduct a phone call interview style for, radio, even like voiceover sessions when you want to conference in like a director from Florida and your talent is like, here in the studio in Salt Lake City or wherever. There's been a lot of really, to me, practical applications for the Rodecaster where even just having this being like, I've got my phone connected through Bluetooth and we're talking on Skype, and just being able to do that and be able to communicate with everyone with headphones on, to me is just so much easier than going out and buying like a little Gentner box or whatever.
Well, yeah, what the major problem was with podcasting for the at-home person or just even the prosumer or even the professional, the hardest part is honestly getting the phone interview in because you had to buy another device and then you had to connect that into your computer and then you had to reroute that signal in. So it was a lot of steps and it was very confusing. So our team, man, they're just amazing. They're like, what does a podcast need? And they gave lists and they worked on it tirelessly. And this is the result. And it is just a home run. It's just an amazing little unit that does everything for you. I mean, it really does.
Yeah, you guys have been doing a lot of really innovative things lately. And I think maybe part of that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think part of that is that even though Rode is like a really far-reaching company, you've kind of got your hands in a lot of different things audio-wise, you're still like, you're a small company with a big reach. Right? I mean, you've got a few reps in the US, but it's still mostly just a small company based out of Australia, right?
Well, we are a privately owned company,
Mm-hmm.
so it's no major corporation. So we like to handle things ourselves. We manufacture things ourselves. We distribute things here in the U.S. through Rode. So we do a lot of things that do catch people's eyes. I don't think we're as small as you think, maybe. But we definitely put a big punch out there, and we get results done.
Yeah.
A lot of people are actually looking at us even more with everything that we've been coming out with. So at the Rodecaster Pro, we reached a lot more customers this way. They've seen our microphones, they hear it now, and it's good stuff.
Yeah.
But we work hard to it. It didn't come overnight. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of teamwork. So
yeah, and when I say small company, I mean more like you guys are able to pivot, and it's what do we think will work? Well, let's just do it. You know what I mean? We don't have to wait for the next shareholder meeting and have a bunch of people who don't understand anything sign off on it.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool. The company is based out of Australia, right? And that's where your manufacturing happens as well?
Yeah, so we're in a suburb of Sydney, Australia, and we have our headquarters. Basically, that's our headquarters, and our manufacturing and our headquarters, our offices are in the same building. So everyone's together. We're not separated out in any way. So it's really nice because we can actually get things done faster, and we can see quality control. Just go downstairs and we just check it all out and make sure that we're on point with everything. If anything happens, we can just make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah,
it's really quick. It's really nice to do that.
Yeah, that's a lot of visibility to have versus having like a plant in China that will swap out a bolt on you without you even realizing, and then all of a sudden 3 months later, like something's failing, and it's because they swapped out this one teeny tiny part without telling anybody, which happens a lot now. And obviously that's not going to happen with Rode, where it's just like, no, we're doing it all ourselves.
No, but man, we got a process for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
We handle it ourselves, man. It's great. It's wonderful working for that company, honestly.
That's awesome. I really like using Rode mics. So I've got a few Rode mics. The NT5s were the first, I think the second pair of small diaphragm condensers I ever owned, and the first ones were not good. And I mean, everything it seems that Rode does, whatever price point that Rode occupies, you just seem to kind of pretty much annihilate anything around that same price point. Like the NTR is, that's the last Rode mic that I've gone out and bought your ribbon mic, and at an $800 ribbon mic, like I am amazed at just like the sensitivity, the fact that most ribbon mics start to kind of roll off in the highs, and you've got a frequency response on that thing from like 20 to 20K, and yet
100%.
it still sounds really smooth like a ribbon. And I mean, I use that microphone on pretty much every record I've recorded since I've bought. That microphone has found its way on, whether it's guitars, overheads, room mic. I use it for like a mid-side, the mid-side part of a mid-side configuration. I use it a ton on that. And like the whole thing is just, it's responsive, it's active, so I don't have to worry about, dropping $3,000 on a preamp. And
yeah, right.
Yeah. That's a value added that I think a lot of people don't understand until they go out and buy a passive ribbon and they're like, oh, all I hear is noise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, also a passive ribbon, man, if you put some fan power onto there, they're going to pop. They're going to blow up on you. So having a fan powered ribbon, you of course, you don't accidentally put fan power on. You need it to function. Mm-hmm. But, Peter's not going to put something our founder, Peter, is not going to put his name on something that's not good. It's just not going to happen. We have a process. We have a team. He puts his name, he puts a stamp of approval on it. He's a part of the process every single way. And, and if his name's on it, it's going to be good because we put a nice warranty on everything. Right. That ribbon that you're talking about, 10 years, man. 10-year warranty, and you shouldn't have an issue. And if you do, it's most likely not going to really happen. But if you do, we'll take care of you. I mean, that's just our policy.
Yeah. And the other cool thing about it, I mean, I've been using that NTR for a couple years now, 0 issues. And I know that 10-year warranty, like that will even cover like an element replacement on it, like replacing the ribbon element, which is just about unheard of, I think, because that's like the most expensive part of the microphone.
Yeah, definitely, man. That's definitely the biggest expense, the ribbon.
Like a lot of manufacturers are like, well, you get a 1-year warranty, but you got to pay for a new ribbon, but we'll replace that capacitor in there if it goes bad. Cool. Thanks for the 30-cent little ceramic capacitor. I appreciate it. And the $80 labor that went into that. But yeah, no, like I really like my NTR, and I also think like visually, it's just like it impresses you right away. Just like if you haven't seen, for the listener, if you haven't seen a Rode NTR, you should go to Rode.com, look at the NTR. It just looks like a beautiful microphone.
Yeah.
And I remember when Rode first debuted that microphone, we were really excited here at Performance Audio to see it. And you came in, and we pestered you about like checking out this microphone for like a month or two.
Yeah, I was like, I'm coming. Yep. I'm coming.
Yeah. And when you finally made it, you're like, hey, do you guys want to see my new Maraca? Do you remember this?
Yeah. That's so funny.
So you come in, and TSA decided that like this cool new microphone was, I mean, the person looking at it had probably never seen anything like it before. I hadn't seen a ribbon design quite like it before. And I guess like they tried to like pull it apart, right? And utterly destroyed your microphone.
Man.
Was that covered under your 10-year warranty?
That was definitely not covered, but I'm just kidding. It was good. It's all good, guys.
TSA is not covered.
Well, if you like the NTR, man, the TF5s are gonna blow you away.
Yeah. So with all the excitement around like the Rodecaster and the Pod mic, which we'll get to in a minute, these TF5s look amazing.
And they sound amazing. They are probably the best pencil condensers out in the market, period.
Really?
Oh, absolutely, man. Tony Faulkner is a sound engineer, and he really partnered up with us, and he really helped us design this. And he got his stamp of approval on it. Peter gave his stamp of approval, and they put many hours and hours of just blood, sweat, and tears just to get this going. And I have a pair as a demo, and I'm just blown away, man. They're just amazing.
Awesome. I can't wait to try them. So, I mean, the thing about these TF5s, reading about them is, and, you know, slap me if I say anything wrong or dumb, but they're super clean and like really low like self noise, which, you know, you get a lot of people nowadays that are, you know, making a record in their basement or, you know, wherever they are, and with sometimes really substandard microphone preamps. And so I think eliminating noise wherever possible, I think now more than ever really, is something that I think a lot of people are kind of overlooking in this quest for getting back to like that vintage tone, which is cool. Like vintage gear sounds cool. I don't mind mimicking vintage gear, but a lot of people seem to have forgotten that like clean microphones are important, and a clean capture.
100%, man, 100%, absolutely important.
Yeah. You know, I mean, if you want to listen to something critically, like, I mean, on your website with the TF5s, I think you've got them shown in like the perfect application example of recording a harp. That's a really delicate instrument that doesn't have a ton of output on its own, and you need something that's clean, that's not gonna, you know, give you some kind of false representation of, you know, the low mids of the instrument, which everyone seems gaga about. But, you know, with a harp, I've recorded a harp on not clean microphones before, and it doesn't come out good at all. And especially having that that quiet instrument, having a low noise floor and low self noise microphones is really crucial. And I think you guys, just with showing those on the harp, I was like, I am sold. No one seems to have the guts to suggest recording a harp with anything, and you guys are like, let's do it.
We make things happen, man. We definitely make things happen.
I was on good old Twitter today because I felt like getting in an argument on the internet with strangers.
Love it.
I saw My Road Reel 2019 is underway.
Dude, My Road Reel is blown up like no other in the last 3-4 years. Last year, we gave away over $1 million worth of equipment.
Wow.
And other brands helped us do that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you do My Road Reel, a couple of things happen. You finish a project, right? You don't just end up not finishing a project. You actually finish a project that you hopefully you can be really proud of. Using our microphones, you're experiencing the road difference and how we sound. And we give away prizes to almost everybody. So last month we were giving out a VideoMic Pro Plus. This month we're giving out a VideoMic Pro. So anyone who submits a project is getting a free VideoMic Pro this month. So
nice.
I mean, it's not like, oh, you might win something, dude. You are going to get taken care of. We appreciate you coming to us for your microphone needs. We're going to go ahead and support you the best way we can, and have some fun. And make a nice project, make it worthwhile. And our submissions are just amazing. I don't know if you saw last year's winner. It was pretty funny. It was pretty simple, but still pretty funny, and it was good, man. Lighting was good, the sound was amazing, and it was just a really simple 2.5 minute video, I believe.
Yeah, that's the whole thing about My Road Reel is this is not a big time investment. It doesn't have to be a big time investment for people, right? It's a 3-minute or under video, and you submit that at rode.com/myroadreel, right? And I mean, you guys have some big judges on this year too. You got Ryan Connolly.
Yeah, dude. Every year we get somebody big in the film industry. Honestly, we got Grace Randolph as well. Mm-hmm. She's a host and creator of Beyond the Trailer YouTube channel. So right. We work with people that we work with every single month, every single week. So why not? We got those contacts. Let's get them in here. Let's get some exposure and let's get the experts to get some winners going.
Yeah, and then like you said, it's an excuse to finish a project. Like I've got so many like, I mean, I'm not a videographer, but even just like songs and albums, I mean, I say this shamefully. I don't think I've finished more than one or two songs in my entire career. Just like I get distracted, I get down on myself. I don't really have a dog in the fight, right? There's no record label being like, "Hey, give us this music," you know.
No.
But just having that, like, hey, if I make a 3-minute short film and I submit that to Rode, I at least, like, you know, if nothing else, I get some free equipment out of it to help me further on down the path. And you're getting visibility to these huge, you know, movers and shakers in the film industry right now. I mean, how could you not want to submit to that?
Yeah, of course. But then we also partner up with some really special companies like MusicBed. So once you register to My Road Reel, you can register to MusicBed, and musicbed.com is basically your source for soundtracks. So if you want a song, they most likely will have it. You go to MusicBed and you can download it. There's a cost per track, so you can do it for whatever project you want to do. And then once you register with us, you actually get some free songs.
Oh, awesome.
To use My Road Reel. So you get free songs. So if you don't have a composer or any kind of musical talent, you're covered. And then for sound effects, we actually partner with Rick Veers, Blastwave Effects. And he is an amazing sound engineer for sound effects and location sound. And you get 100 free sound effects as well. So not we're just, you know, giving you, hey, please submit. It's like we're giving you the tools to finish the project.
Yeah.
And we're going to help you out. So.
Yeah, that's awesome. Royalty-free music is huge because the last thing you want is making a film, getting all these hits and all this visibility on it, and then finding out that you owe someone a bunch of money for their music.
Or take it down or redo it. I mean, that's a pain.
Yeah, that's a huge pain. And, you know, I mean, you've already finished it. You've already married to that idea with that song. It's like, I don't know. I don't want to equate it to giving a child a facelift, but, you know, maybe like giving your child a facelift. Do you really want to do that?
No.
I mean, if you're not a Kardashian, the answer is probably no.
No, don't bring them into it, man. Don't bring them into it.
This is a wholesome podcast. But no, you guys are partnered with some really big names. I was actually specifically looking at Blastwave and MusicBed this morning while I was getting ready for our call, because those, I think, are two really great resources to have as a filmmaker in general. And, you know, like having some free content coming just from, you know, creating something and submitting it that's really cool. I think that's a really cool thing that you guys are doing with that.
You know what we just announced as well?
What's that?
We just announced a $50,000 scholarship to Full Sail University in Florida.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
And then the second prize is a $30,000 scholarship to Full Sail.
Wow.
And you get a selection of free microphones as well. So, you mean, if you go to road.com/myroadreel/Full Sail, there's opportunities to grow even more. So you can have a scholarship to Full Sail, which is a phenomenal university for sound.
Yeah.
Location sound, filming, and we're doing a lot of things, man. Doing a lot of things, partnering with the right people.
Yeah, that's really great. I mean, I know people that have been saving money to go to Full Sail.
It's not cheap.
It is not a cheap school. That's like a $50,000 scholarship to Full Sail can be life-changing for the right person.
100%.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So that's amazing that you guys are doing that. How long do people have, like, what's the entry window for this?
I believe that one also ends on August 28th, just like 28th. My Road Reel. I'm not certain 100% on that one, but just check out the website and make sure that you can, do it earlier than later.
Yeah, I'll look it up and do it in the show notes.
You need a 3-minute video. So there's a lot of questions and answers on the website, so it's pretty simple to navigate through it.
Yeah. So again, that's rode.com, RODE.com/myroadreel.
/Full Sail.
/Full Sail. Sweet, man. One last question for you before you go. A lot of people are really excited about the pod mic. We met up with you guys at NAMM and we saw the Procaster for the first time and we're floored. And, we talked about the pod mic, and we've gotten our hands on it, and it sounds great. And it's like, for $100 microphone, I was expecting something that was made of plastic, or, something that most people would say, like, this is a $100 mic and we feel fine. But, the product that you guys churned out at $100 was, I was really, really impressed. It was heavy in my hand, which I was expecting not that at all. But it was like, even if it was just sold as like a really cool looking paperweight, I would have paid $100 for it. But it's a big, heavy, well-built microphone that you can travel around with that also sounds way better than most of your broadcast style dynamic microphones that are on the market right now.
Well, don't get too caught up in the price, man. This microphone could have been easily $250. It really could
easily, very much.
Easily. Peter was going back and forth with the CEO, Damien, and they were contemplating on the pricing, and he said, Damien, I think Peter was like, no, man, we're going to do it for $100. We're going to make this work. And we did. Yeah. And for a $100 price point, man, it's going to be the go-to microphone for podcasting, the go-to microphone for any kind of dialogue microphone, period.
Absolutely.
It's a hot seller. It's a hot seller, and we can't make enough of them worldwide. We really can't.
Yeah. And that's, I think, kind of what Rode has always done, right? Is you've taken this microphone that you could charge whatever you want. And you're like, no, we're going to make this accessible. And I think that kind of, from an outside looking in perspective, it kind of seems that that's what Rode is all about, is like, let's make this great equipment accessible to people who, don't have Ocean Way Studios type budget. You know what I mean? And
correct.
That's what Absolutely. I've always appreciated about you guys. And that, that's what I appreciate. I think, even the My Rode Reel also kind of tends to me, like, that seems to really help push that narrative that, like, we're for everyone. And, that's how I think the industry should be.
Of course. Yeah, of course, man. All inclusive.
Yeah. Yeah, no, we really appreciate it. We appreciate you guys, and I appreciate you for taking the time out to talk to me about all this stuff today. You've been great to talk to.
And we're not done, man. We got more stuff coming this year.
What do you have coming down?
I just can't talk about it.
You can't talk about it.
But man, we got more stuff on the pipeline.
Yeah,
it's going to be just industry shocker again. It's going to be good stuff. Just wait, man. This summer, man, we're gonna have some good stuff coming.
Where do people go to find out about that?
Well, we're definitely our channels, Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. We announce everything there.
Okay.
Our wireless goes, we announce them there as well. Okay. And then our website, Rode.com. Our Instagram, I believe, is at Rode Mic, and our Facebook is also at Rode Microphones. So
Twitter is at Rode Mics, plural. But yeah, I'll throw all that in the show notes. So yeah, visit the show notes. It's podcast.performanceaudio.com. We'll post a link to the Rode Instagram, Facebook, Twitter accounts. We'll throw up a link for the My Rode Reel as well. You really don't have any excuses to not be following Rode on social media. They're great.
Yeah, good stuff, man. Awesome.
Right on. Well, thanks for taking the time out of your day to talk to me, Sean. It's always a pleasure talking to you. You guys are doing great things over there. And I hope we'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, amazing, man. No problems, man. You can reach out to me anytime you like.
Right on. All right, Sean. Well, thanks, man. Have a good day.
All right, man. You too.
Thanks.
Thank you for having me.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. We want to thank Sean Herrera from Rode Microphones for talking to us today. Go ahead and give Rode Microphones a follow on social media. They're a great follow. Instagram at Rode Mic, RODEMIC. Twitter at Rode Mics, plural. That's RODEMICS. Don't forget to make your submission for your My Rode Reel. That's RODE.com/My Rode Reel. Make your submissions for a chance to win a $50,000 scholarship to Full Sail University and a chance to win tons of great microphones from Rode. My name's Nate Brown. This has been Fast Attack Slow Release, the official performance audio podcast. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions about the podcast or just sound stuff in general, feel free to shoot me an email personally. That's Nate, Nate, @performanceaudio.com. We'll talk to you next time.